Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to look at KOIAI. They've gone through some personnel changes in the time that we've known about them. We've done 3 in previous times. We haven't checked in with them since December. This song today is called Starting Over. This is the band that has Lisa X and Hazuki in it, who were both in the Lisa X band previous to this. They're both incredible guitar players. They have a new vocalist, it looks like, and there's an EP about to drop. That's probably why this just came out. This is a very recent song. New vocalist is Miri Sakurada and bassist Wakazemon. This is kind of the new lineup, but Lisa X and Hazuki are still in there. It's really their band. They call it a restart. So I think this is actually going to be the 3rd lineup we've seen and only the 4th video. So that's okay. You know, sometimes you just got to work through and see what's going to work best. And so looking forward to checking it out. Adrian, do you have any thoughts ahead before we look at this?
Well, I just wonder what it's going to sound like. It's been a while since I heard KOIAI, but it sounds like they may or may not have a different sound, perhaps.
What I imagine is that since the 2 guitar players are the constants in the band, we're probably going to have a similar feel. But things, you know, other than that, things may sound a little different. Let's go ahead and look at this, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Alrighty.
Cool. Okay. There were a few unexpected things about that. KOIAI has been a Japanese band. However, I went to turn the captions on just to see if maybe we had any, and the video's in Korean. So I was a little surprised. Now, Korea and Japan, obviously not the same country, not the same language. However, they are right next to each other for the most part, geographically speaking. So it's entirely possible that you could recruit people from one country or the other to be in the band, you know. So I don't know. I'm curious about that. I don't have a lot of info on Miri. I'm still not sure how to pronounce her name. I could use some help with that if anybody knows. What do you think, though, Adrian?
Yeah, some of the lyrics seem to be in English, it sounded like.
Could be.
Music sounds very anthemic. Cool intro with the 80s style synth keyboards. And, I was kind of thinking at first when I heard the keyboards, I started thinking of like Saturday morning cartoons in the 80s. Like, say, the mid to late 80s or something like that. They'd have all the synthesizers and everything.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but many of these Eastern countries where we go and we listen to bands from the Philippines, from Korea, from Japan, that's what they use, are those keyboards, those synthesizers from the 80s or the 90s.
I say it's a good idea. It gives it a good retro sound.
Well, yeah. It seems to be part of the sound in general. You know, maybe somebody else can speak on this that's actually from that part of the world and maybe part of that music scene. Yeah, we see them all the time. Practically every band that we cover from those countries in particular have a synthesizer of some type. They may not actually be from the 80s and 90s. It could be they're being made today and they're just using some of those old sounds. Mission Souls, you know, Franz Rhythm, large numbers. I mean, even Love Bites. You know, they've all got synthesizers. So I'm not surprised to see that so much. It seems like it must be a cultural thing or something having to do with rock music there in general.
It can be described as a few genres, I think. You know, there seem to be elements of like metal, of course, you know, also pop. Again, some 80s retro sound. I can't help but say that about the keyboards.
Yeah, okay. They're considered a progressive pop band, and I believe that we have noticed that before, is that they are more pop sounding than many of the acts that we follow, you know, from Japan in particular. Just because, you know, we tend to follow the hard rock bands or the metal bands. This is a slightly more pop sounding band. However, they've got two amazing guitar players in it. So I like the new players. I like the bass player a lot. I really enjoy her style, which has a lot of slap going on, a lot of personality, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean.
She doesn't quite sound like other bass players. She's just got a good vocabulary with her thumb and other things going on there. So I really enjoyed that. Still not sure if the drummer is a permanent member of the band, or it can be very tricky for us to get good information on some of these bands. So if anybody is an active fan, please, you know, enlighten us to anything that we may seem a little uncertain about. But I liked the song and the sound. It's funny, where they did this filming for the video, almost looked like a music venue, maybe a nice music venue. There's a venue here called the Strathmore Theatre, and it sort of looked like the lobby of the Strathmore. You know? So, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't, but it's something like that. And that's a theater with 2,200 seats, and it's very nice. But they just sounded really good. Yeah, I enjoyed the song. I'm looking forward to the new EP, which comes out on the 15th of July, by the way, if anybody's interested. Maybe more information will become available at that point.
Yeah, the drummer is amazing. The guitars, including the bass guitar, are all played well. They all sound good. And the guitar solo was impressive, too.
Sure, yeah. Oh, yeah. And we've come to expect that. And for anybody wondering which one is Lisa X and which one is Hazuki, a surefire way to know is that Hazuki is always playing the blue guitar. You know, no matter what the brand is, she always goes with the blue guitar. And on top of that, I want to also mention I really liked the sound of their new vocalist. You know, I think she sounds great. You know, and I think it works as a band. I mean, they all look like they should be together. You know, it'd be interesting to see them live.
Yeah, I noticed also some real interesting chord progressions during the song. I forgot to mention that. I mean, it's very interesting the way it sounds and everything.
Yeah, really. Hazuki and Lisa X are top shelf to begin with, and they've brought in players that can hang with them very, very easily. So that's great. Yeah, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? If you're an active fan, maybe you can provide a lot more info. I don't know. But if you have any you want to share, by all means, leave it below. And if this is a new band to you, why don't you let us know what you thought of this sound and this song? Anything else you want to share? Okay. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining us today. We will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.